Everybody, John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers here. Today we're going to talk about TMJ, Temporomandibular Joint Disorder. It's the most used joint in your body. Listen, these injuries, they can affect you today and for the rest of your life. And most important, we're going to talk about what that insurance adjuster doesn't want you to know. There's a lot to learn, a lot to go over. Stick around. Here we go. Everybody, John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers. I'm an attorney in Memphis, Tennessee. I've been practicing law for over 45 years. We have offices in 2 states, and we're on the air in about 5 states. And we handle cases pretty much everywhere. We are a regional firm with a nationwide footprint. And what we do is we help people who've been injured, and we fight the insurance industry they don't want to pay anything to anybody, no matter how bad their insured acted or how badly you're hurt. So that's the battle that we do every day. Let me start by saying I am a lawyer. I'm a good lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer, and I won't be your lawyer until you hire me. And you can begin that process. We would love to look at your case. We love helping people. We would love to look at your case, and you can begin that process by following these links here, which will take you straight to where you can begin that process. Or if you're an impatient type like I am, you can pick up the phone and call me right now at 888-WE-FIGHT. We're open 24/7, 365. We never close. Today, we're going to be talking about TMJ, Temporomandibular Joint Disorder. That's a mouthful, isn't it? You know why? Because it deals with your mouth. And this right here, this joint, the temporomandibular joint, is the very most used joint that we use every day. We use it thousands of times a day. You're saying, no, that can't be true. Well, just stop and think for a minute. Every time that you talk, breathe, yawn, speak, anything, it involves this joint. Now, this joint is basically a hinge. And if you look right here, maybe one of these days we can afford a pointer, but until then, you'll have to deal with my finger. See, right here, you can see there is just a little pad that this joint hinges on, and it goes back and forth. And if it gets out of line in any way, like if it moves one way or another from trauma, now look at that. Things don't line up. You know what that does? That makes you hurt every time you talk, breathe, or use your jaw in any way. Now, this is a very, very common injury in automobile accidents. It's also a very common injury in slip, trip, and fall cases. So let's go over all of these. As you can see, once again, pardon me, Ralph, I hate to stick my fingers in your eye sockets here, but you can see it opens like that and it closes like that. That's when the jaw is hinging like it's supposed to, and that's how it's supposed to act. But again, any kind of trauma, it can push it back, it can push it forward, it can push it to the side. And when that happens, you're going to know about it. I'm going to tell you you're going to know about it. And the reason I know that you're going to know about it is I have TMJ. So I know of what I speak. So what happens is you will start getting radiating headaches going straight up through here. You will also get headaches back here through the back of your neck. And you'll hear a popping or a clicking. It'll be painful to chew. It'll be painful to talk. You'll wake up in the middle of the night because you've yawned or something in the middle of the night, and you'll wake up because it hurts so bad. So that's what TMJ is. So can it be treated? You bet it can. But no adjuster is going to tell you this. I'm telling you this because the adjuster doesn't want you to know. So today, right here, I'm telling you this. Yes, it can be treated. But the first thing you have to do in anything, you have to begin at the beginning. You have to understand the mechanics of the injury, which is a fancy way of saying, how did it happen? How did you get injured? And then from there, you need to look for the hidden injuries that you may not associate with that trauma. There's there's certain words that the adjusters hate hearing. Temporomandibular Joint Disorder are some of those words. They never want to talk about this because it's very painful and it goes on for a long time. If, I hate to say this, if you have suffered a temporomandibular joint disorder injury, you are most likely not going to go back to where you were before. There are things that can be done that can make it better, that can make your life easier, but you will never be the same person you were before the injury. And as a result of that, you will have what is called an impairment rating. The difference between how you were immediately before the accident and after treatment, I'll put a pin in that because I'm coming back to it, and where you are after treatment, that's your impairment rating. So if you were 100% before, and as a result of the trauma that you suffered, the temporomandibular joint disorder trauma, let's say that you just never really quite get back to where you were, this is a dentist or orthodontist would be the one treating you for this, and there are specialists, and we know who they are, and we can get you to them. He will assign an impairment rating. This isn't something that he dreams up. It's there's a 6th edition AMA guideline to impairments. That's where he would get it from, and he would assign an impairment. So if he gave you a 10% whole body impairment, that would be your impairment rating. And because that's a lifetime injury, you deserve and you should get lifetime compensation. So how in the world you're saying, well, okay, well, how do I make sure that I get this lifetime compensation? Well, the first thing you do is you find a trauma-trained law firm. John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers is a trauma-trained law firm. I wrote this book, 2 + 2 = I'm hurt, to explain mechanism of injury and where to look for the hidden injuries. This particular topic that we're talking about today is part of this ebook. I think it's the very last chapter, I think, in this ebook. Now, this is free. All you have to do if you want to get this ebook and read about this and the other injuries that we've talked about in this series, all you have to do is follow this link here. It'll take you straight to the website, and you can download it for free. This book is available on Amazon, but don't run out and buy it, because the very next series of videos that we're about to do, we're going to go chapter by chapter through this book and explain every type of conceivable collision, front end, rear end, angled, wheel well, you name it. We're going to go through every one of them, and we're going to show you the mechanism of injury and show you from that mechanism of injury the hidden injuries and where you will likely hurt. So yes, am I telling you that once I understand the mechanics of your injury, I know where to look for where you've been hurt? Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you, because we are trauma trained. So that's why it's so very important. But that's just the beginning. Here's the stance of every insurance adjuster in America. If you're hurt, you're going to go to the doctor. If you sit at home and suffer in silence, you will never be compensated for your injuries. So what do? How do we do this? First of all, with the trauma-trained law firm, we understand and get the evidence of the mechanism of injury so that we can prove that the collision actually did cause you the injuries that you suffer from. Then we identify the hidden injuries. You have to go to the doctor, report the injury to the doctor so the doctor can document it. You have to relate the injury to the trauma of the accident. You have to follow the doctor's advice and complete the treatment that the doctor prescribes. Only after that will the doctor be able to say with justification, I can relate this injury to the trauma. This patient of mine did everything that I asked the patient to do. And after all the therapy that I put the patient through, patient never got back to 100%, and therefore I am justified in assigning an impairment rating to this patient. That's what you have to do. And if you don't follow the doctor's orders, the doctor will never be able to do that. And if you quit going to the doctor in the middle of the treatment, what is the adjuster going to say? The adjuster is going to say, I don't care if they were missing work. I don't care if they didn't have daycare. If they were hurt, they were going to the doctor. Is that unfair? You bet it is. Is it what they do? They do it every day. So don't let that happen to you. In our firm, John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers, if someone is having problems getting to the doctor because of work problems or daycare problems, we ask our clients to call us so that we can let the doctor know, so the doctor can note in the records, hey, my patient couldn't come in today because no transportation, daycare fell through, and rescheduled. It's okay if you miss an appointment. People miss appointments all the time, but you got to reschedule them and you've got to finish the regimen of treatment. One of the things you need to know from this, number one, you can get better from this injury. It's a long process. They have things from braces that you can wear, and in really, really serious cases, there's even surgery that can be done. Most of the time, it's done through therapy. Your regular dentist may not be the one that you need to go see, but your regular dentist, once he realizes or she realizes that you have TMJ, will know to send you to somebody that can. If you don't have a dentist, you don't know a dentist, don't let that be a barrier to getting treatment. Give us a call. We will find people who will treat you. If you don't have health insurance, don't let that be a barrier to you getting treatment. We know doctors, dentists, and all kinds of medical professionals who will treat you on a letter of protection. Now, how do you get this started? It's real simple. Pick up that phone and call me now. 888-WE-FIGHT. We're open 24/7, 365. We never close. Our motto is, if you're hurting, we're working. We love to help people, and we would love to help you. We're here waiting for you. You can either follow this link to get started, or you can call us at 888-WE-FIGHT. Either way, we're here. We're waiting to hear from you. Don't suffer for nothing. Don't settle your claim quickly for pennies and peanuts before you know how badly you're really hurt. Once you do that, I can't help you. If you get to me before you've signed away your rights, I can make sure that you get the best possible settlement that we can get for you. And we'd be happy to do that. So that's it for TMJ. It's a very serious injury. If you have it, please call us. We know how to treat it. We treat it. Well, we don't treat it. We deal with that kind of an injury every day, and we know who to get you to treat. So again, 888-WE-FIGHT. We'd love to hear from you. And remember, who are you going to call when you want to get it all? I'm not trying to get you a reasonable settlement. I'm trying to get you an outrageous settlement, and I'd love to hear from you today. So I'm going to close by saying, if you can hear my voice, I wish you peace and joy. And remember, let's keep Mr. Algorithm and let's keep Miss Analytics happy. So please like, subscribe, and do all those things. And again, I'm John Michael Bailey. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope to talk to everybody real soon. 888-WE-FIGHT.